John Cross.
Hello, Mikel. Many congratulations on the win today. After that game when you beat Liverpool at the Emirates, you were talking about an enormous gap. It feels like you've made a great deal of strides already, even without completing the market yet. Do you feel you're kind of closing that gap a little bit? And how much satisfaction does these last few months, which must give you and the players and the club, a lot of confidence, satisfaction, does that give you?
Well, I believe we are, but as your colleague mentioned, one thing is to do it in a short space of time and then be able to sustain it for 10 months. And we know this league, how competitive it's going to be and how challenging it is. But I think we are in the right direction. We're trying to assess in the markets some deficiencies that we have in the squad in terms of our balance in certain positions and improve the quality as well. Like my biggest job is to convince those players that we can do it, that we can fight with these clubs in the long term, and that and they are better than what they showed last year, and they are better than what they showed this year tomorrow. So let's try to do that. That's my job.
Well, one of the really interesting things about today, I think, and generally, is that you seem to change the dynamic about defending. The players absolutely hate conceding. They really put their kind of lives on it, don't they? You've changed it. You've changed the DNA in the group, haven't you?
Well, we know that you want to fight for trophies. You cannot concede the amount of goals that we have conceded in the last few seasons. That's for sure. But obviously, with the ball and in attacking phases, there are a lot of aspects that we have to do that much better. Today, we have some periods, but not sustainable enough, where we show a lot of good signs that we are developing in the right direction. But if defensively we are solid, we are difficult to beat, and really we have the mindset of 11 players doing it, it doesn't matter what your name is, I think we'll have a really good chance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark Irwin.
Mikel, just a quickie in the last few games, you've been Liverpool twice, you've been Manchester City, you've been Chelsea. Are the players now starting to believe there was such a big thing made about Arsenal not beating the top 6 teams? Do the players now believe they are competing at the very highest level with the best teams?
Well, that's a really good question, and I'm going to answer. Like 2 days ago, we started to have some players back in training. Some of them had only one training session before here, and I didn't hear one excuse about, but they've been 2 weeks in Austria and they had a better preparation. None of that. And the moment I was in the dressing room today, I had the feeling that they believe that we can win, and they didn't feel any fear. Obviously, they have a lot of respect for Liverpool and the incredible team that they are, but they went to really go for it and believe that we could win today another trophy. And they show from the first minute the courage and the passion on that pitch.
And obviously you have quite a few players missing today, but the young players are particularly seeming to have playing with a real calmness about them.
Yes, they perform really, really good. I get getting more and more impressed every day that I get to know them better. They really want to play for this football club. They know that the names that they are fighting against, and they don't care. They really believe that they can be better than their teammates, and they really want chances. And when you put them to perform in a final against this opponent and they do what they've done tonight, it really makes me really proud and happy for them.
And finally, just from me, the transfer window goes on till October the 6th, which is basically a month into the season. How much of a problem is that going to be, not really knowing that your squad is settled till a month in?
Is another of the challenges that we are facing, as well as the preseason. But the Premier League is trying to accommodate all the fixtures, accommodate the transfer window in the best possible way, and we need to try to adapt. We know that is not ideal. That obviously creates a lot of uncertainty around the club and around the players' mind and the future. But we'll try to be honest with everybody, tell them what we think, and be fair and try to do the business in the right way.
Just 2 more. Sam Dean from Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel. Which players only had one training session? I saw you mention David Luiz on TV, but which of the other ones?
No, there were a few others for different circumstances, and you could see that there were others that they weren't even in the squad because they are in different phases. But again, I was so happy because I saw the team really determined, even with 6 young kids sitting on that bench, that they really wanted to win the cup.
And can I also just ask you about the new coaches who have joined, particularly Miguel and Carlos? Who are they, and what will they be doing?
Well, I think we have a lot of room to improve in certain areas in our organization, and they are bringing some different expertise to our coaching staff. We have 14 players under 25 years old that they need a lot of individual work, and they really need a planning to try to improve them because they will be big value on and off the field. And I had to make some decisions, the same with Andreas, and I'm really happy with the staff that I have run.
Finally, Matt from the Express.
Hi, Mikel. Just wondered, with the Champions League money missing for so many years now, you're at a big disadvantage to the other clubs in the Premier League in terms of your budget. How much of an inspiration is what Spurs managed to achieve in recent seasons, with the obvious difference, obviously, that you can win trophies?
Yes, well, my job is to try to assess and understand what the actual circumstances of the club, how much we can stretch that, and how limited we are in order to put the most realistic plan together that's going to benefit us short, medium, and long term for the club, whether I am here or not. And I have to look at all these aspects and try to make the right decisions with everybody on board. And the good thing that we have is that we all know what we are trying to achieve. We're going to go for it, and hopefully we can do it.
But what I'm saying is it all about the philosophy? Can that carry you a lot further than perhaps cash would take you?
Yes, but it depends a lot of things. Is how much cash you have available, whether you are happy to sell some of your assets or not, the opportunities that you can find in the market, the loans. There is so many things that we can do, and we have to try to do them in the right way.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, guys.